Welcome to the life of Jesse Weiser. Let's dig right in. Okay. Man, just got off the phone with Brandon, our property manager. Doesn't sound good at one of our properties. I'm gonna talk to him whenever he gets back to the office because this is gonna be a serious talk. Here we go. We got a serious conversation.
Yes, we do.
Once a quarter, we go out to houses to check and see what the house looks like. We change out the air filters.
Check on
and stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
Just so that way the property is still well maintained.
Now it's up to the tenant to make it a clean area. Well, this rental wasn't so clean, and I'm about to show you.
With doing so, we did come up across a couple of items that they had to.
A couple? This does not look like a couple.
I know.
So tell me the deets. What's going on?
So it looks to be that there is actually some damage to the property. Drywall has got some major holes in it.
That's fabulous.
Always. And there's drawings all over the walls.
Oh Lord.
Actually coming across, randomly enough, a petrified frog. There
What?
was a dead frog in the furnace room.
Oh my gosh. Poor frog.
And then
These are tenants with kids.
yes.
I think you mentioned cockroaches.
There's cockroaches. There's also remnants of mice as well.
Oh gosh.
So we're gonna have to have pest control go out and take care of everything.
Now you also talked about feces.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about this.
It looks to be like there's actual feces spread on the
Like
walls.
human?
Yeah.
They need to learn how to aim, okay? Do we basically tell them you're doing things wrong and give them the opportunity to fix it?
We don't want to just come in there guns a-blazing,
Yeah.
but they need to be held accountable.
Like a
and-
warning.
Exactly. So they'll be given 30 days to get everything sanitized, cleaned, corrected, and we'll come back in for a re-inspection.
This is why we go once a quarter to these properties, because if you let it go for the full term of 1 year, never going in, I mean, what's the house gonna look like?
There's no telling. It could.
We're gonna have brown walls instead of white walls. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, there's
It's just
quite
so
a bit of damage.
disheartening as a landlord whenever you have people tearing up your asset.
Oh, and the sad thing is that it happens all the time. That's why we are always decent and nice with our tenants. We make sure that they're well taken care of no matter what, with anything that's arising, if any issues happen.
So you're basically sending an email to the tenant of all the things that were wrong,
Correct.
and then we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Either one, they put effort towards fixing it,
Mm-hmm.
or we start the eviction process.
That
The
is
second we
worst
start-
case scenario. Yeah.
Second we start that, second they stop paying.
Yep.
So I don't want more damage done to the house. We just have to be really careful what direction we go.
Exactly.
Hopefully going forward, we set expectation with tenants and have great policies and everything going forward. But we have a problem on our hands that we need to fix.
Yeah. And it will be addressed here momentarily.
Markers. Give us the full picture, Mark.
Like, the only thing that was decorating the walls was the kids' fingerprints and crayon markings, roaches you could see running here or there. But yeah, the cabinets had mouse droppings in them and other bugs. It smelled really bad.
What was the smell due to?
It had to be children because they don't have any animals.
What all would you have to replace and do to the house?
You'd have to replace the carpet, get some kind of bug person in there to fumigate the place inside and out to stop that, and it'd probably be a multiple week deal.
Wow.
Because of the eggs hatching and reproducing and
Yeah.
that kind of cycle, and get into their cycle and take care of that. And then there was holes in the drywall by the baseboards. They were big holes, like you'd get to the bottom and you'd put your foot through it, or a toy or something constantly running into it.
They tried to say that those holes weren't there when they moved in. During the pre-inspection before they move in, we take pictures of all the walls and everything So we happily sent them the pictures when they first took over the property of there not being any holes. Caught them in the act.
You'd have to paint everything. You'd have to scrub down everything. It's a dirty shame that we had it 6 months ago. It was a really nice looking place. And now it's back to a dump.
When we bought that house, there was actually 16 guinea pigs down in the basement.
I don't know about 16, but there was definitely a lot of guinea pigs.
I drove away, opened all the windows, turned the fan on high.
Mark just cracks me up. You're probably questioning why I have this hammer sitting here. So when people act up in the office.
Been hit plenty of times. I'm just kidding.
I just
That's
left it here.
actually for real estate signs.
We are here doing a video walkthrough of a house for one of our YouTube clients. Usually a lot of the YouTube clients that we have live out of state, like Idaho, obviously just out of Missouri, okay? So we show up to houses and we get our phones out and create like detailed videos, and we do a full walkthrough of the entire place so they can essentially walk through the property with us. So we walk around, look at the house, and kind of
Point out things.
But we actually walk the house before we record, so we know all the details before we get there. This is a beautiful, this is cool, like a pergola. Been a minute since I've opened a lockbox. Usually Miranda opens them.
I can't let them get rusty.
You're glowing.
That's just
It's a little white
who
angel.
she is in my life. It's a glowing angel. It's a really cool oak tree.
What's also cool is I feel like this setting
Yes.
is exactly what these clients are looking
Yeah,
for.
we're on the east side of Springfield. You take sunshine out, and we're there. That's when you know luxury. Big old fat front key. That is luxury right there. Knock, knock.
So there's a few specific things they wanted us to check out. In the kitchen, it almost looks like there's either 2 dishwashers or something like that. So we have to
It's probably a
investigate.
trash compactor.
I don't know. We have to check it out. Ah.
So it's a trash compactor. And the dishwasher's over there.
They're older cabinets, but they're not like torn up or anything.
It's funny when people list their house, they try to cram things like in cabinets and whatnot, but whenever I go and look at houses, I open up every door, and it's funny the things that you find in these doors.
It listed a pantry. I don't really know if there's an actual pantry.
Hey, is that the pantry?
That's probably what they're referring to, but it's not like pantry. She wants like a room.
Wow. Wallpaper.
Good observation.
What are you doing? I'm pretty sure I scared somebody there. Okay, so straightforward. I love the tall windows, Miranda. See that?
They really had it staged with the...
Right?
If this house was listed, whenever we were looking at houses, I would have snagged it. Resort-like backyard. That's what this is.
That's a good question. This is like 4 or 5 acres. Oops.
We ain't got insurance around here. What does she do? So the property line looks like it goes along the driveway. Probably shouldn't show. That's great. This basement is probably huge. Wow. This is the man cave, man. This is like the dream. This is exactly what they're looking for.
Probably spin in like a circle so they can see the whole front.
All right. What do you think, Jesse?
This is literally the dream. This is what you're looking for. Look how beautiful this looks.
It is a really pretty setting.
If this house was listed whenever we were looking for houses, I would have bought it. Especially as you go into the house, it just feels like a home. Go check it out.
All right, we're gonna go check it out. Come in and check out the house. We'll do upstairs first and then go back down to the basement. A lot of natural light, formal dining, and this view balcony is so pretty. Master bathroom is really nice. Little pergola sitting area, grill space, Great sized backyard that's fenced. Let us know if you guys have any questions.
So I gotta call the listing agent and see what the covenants are, because it's like a document from 1923 and I can't even read it.
Jesse, what are you doing with your life?
Just trying to make it, you know that.
Well, let's do some deals.
What's cool about this video is it shows the true authentic relationship I have with other agents, basically my peers. And that's what I try to do in this real estate industry is to be another agent that when someone hears my name, Jesse Weiser, that they're like, oh, I love working with him. Instead of having that name of like, oh, Jesse Weiser, I gotta call him, you know? And that's kind of what I try to do, is to be, you know, the person that people want to work with. So I looked at those covenants and I can't seem to be able to read them, so I don't really know what I'm looking at. Is there any other weird restrictions? Definitely chickens, but no goats.
Definitely, yeah, no goats.
But the cows are questionable. Honestly, looking at the property, I don't know where you would put cows, but man, this is such a beautiful setting.
Isn't it? All the setbacks and everything is so lovely.
He's trying to sell me right there. How negotiable do you think they are if we came in lower?
We've got a 600 on the nose offer that just came
What?
showing
Oh my
yesterday.
gosh.
600 on the nose. But I think it's going to be a done deal.
Dang.
Unless you just wow us.
Well, let me let my wife know. She'll let them know about
Yep.
that, and we'll just go from there. I'll let you know.
Okay. Thanks. I
Hey.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So he gave me some good information. He didn't have to give me that information, but I have made such good relationships with all these realtors in town where it's like a mutual respect. If they had questions for me, I'd tell them stuff. And if I had questions for them, they tell me stuff. So now we just got to figure out if our clients are willing to go in at full price instead of kind of going in lower, and go from there. We'll see. They said yes chickens, no goats, but they didn't mention anything. He didn't know about cows. So he said he was going to check on it, but I don't see where you would even put cows.
They would be in their front yard.
Yeah, there's no way that this HOA would accept front yard cows. So you could tell her that on the phone.
I'll probably let you.
No.
Jesse has a way with words.
I'm teaching Miranda.
This is your place to shine.
I'll give him a call. Yeah, so what happened to those clients is they wanted to actually offer way less than the 600, what the asking price was. So it ended up not really happening because they wanted to go in such lower, and they already had an offer on the table for 600.
The moment you've all been waiting for. Where are we at?
So right here, I actually didn't hit record on the front camera, and you're seeing that different camera angle. We are going to the best city around Springfield. No, we are not going to argue about it because we're going to Willard, Missouri. That was.
All right, well, we'll have to do it again.
So I just hit record and now we're on. And Miranda has to start all over again.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Where are we headed?
We are going to Willard, Missouri, the greatest city around Springfield. We're out in Willard making a YouTube video because Willard's the best city. I just joke around all the time about Willard being the best. We're recording for a YouTube video driving through the city of Willard. We both went to Willard, Chelsea went to Willard. But now we stopped at this sunflower field. Oh my God.
It's big.
It's on a body part I can't touch. Awkward. Well, let's
If one of those lands on me, I'm gonna lose my mind. Grasshoppers is like they have sticky feet.
Look.
And they get onto you, and that is.
I didn't want to touch it with my hand, but I was like, wait a second, Miranda.
I'm sitting there like, what do I do? Anyways, we're out here at this beautiful sunflower field. Every year Willard does this. There is a weekend that sometimes you can come and pick the sunflower seeds and take the seeds and bake them, I guess, and eat them. Whatever people do with sunflower seeds. if you look way over there, they have the City of Willard logo that you can actually come here and take pictures. The W that's there, I know the kid that actually designed the W for Willard, and they gave him a measly $100 and used it till this day. I feel like it should have been worth $100,000. Wow, look how look at the monster of that one.
I'm so happy.
So can I just like pull this out of the ground?
No, you cannot.
Miranda, there's a bee. Run! Run! Miranda's always on edge. Always on edge.
Stop it!
All of us, let's take a picture.
I see you.
We never know what Chelsea's doing. How much better
my head. Did you know that 3 out of 4 people in this picture were born and raised Willardians?
Do something funny.
That's the picture that you post with like born and raised Willard, Missouri. She's like, I got a real good education. Yeah.
She always touches my stomach. I feel like I gotta. I'm so used to it.
I grab it and he's like.
So Miranda is over there asking if they want a picture, just to be a good Samaritan. I guess she walked over there and was like, "Do you want me to take your picture?" And at first she was like, "Huh?" Then she was like, "Well, yes, we do. We would love that." And look at her, in her prime. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hit that like button if you want to just follow us. But if not, then I don't know why you're here and you made it this far. But hit that notification bell and subscribe. We would love to see you next week. Come on, just drop a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video, and we'll see you next week. Bye! I never know what to say there.